Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, welcome to Elodie's Crafts and Creations. Today is a special video. We're going to make a junk journal for Teri's Crafty Christmas Collaboration 2024, yay! So the hashtag to see all the videos is hashtag Teri's Crafty Christmas. You will get videos every single day for the whole month of Christmas, so make sure you go and have a look at all the videos. There's loads of them, they're so beautiful. And I really want to show you the junk journal kits that we're using for this. It's from Nathalie of Line Arrow, and they're absolutely beautiful. So there's two of them. One of them is blue. And I've selected some pages that I really liked as background, so only printed on one side, like this one and this, so pretty. And this one I love. And then I printed double-sided some pages to make actual pages for the junk journals. And I'm really happy because I didn't mess up the size. I mean, it's all the right way. So I'm pretty happy about that. So there we go, all the pages. And then in the kit, you get a whole lot of stuff that you can just fussy cut and use with like tags, envelopes, a lot of stuff. So I am going to take some time and fussy cut all of this. Like the tags, for instance, I'm going to glue them onto some scrap cardboard or not scrap cardboard. I was thinking of actually using this that I just never use. You know, it's the yeah, I mean, any kind of cardboard that I can, and then maybe using something else on the other side. So all of these are printed only on one side. This, as you can see, you can fold, you get the front and the back, and you've got a lot of different tags, some pockets, and also some more decorations. So I'm pretty excited to use this one. And then we have the red one with the background papers that I've selected. And then you have all the fussy cut images that you can use. And don't forget, I do have some digital kits in my Etsy shop if you're interested. They're pretty cheap as well. And of course, the link for Line Arrow's digital kits will be down in the description below as well. All the videos of the collaborators were all their links anyways. And this is everything you have in the red kit, which is pretty cool as well, with some pretty big tags and some envelopes. I love poinsettias, and these are the pages that I've selected and printed on both sides that I will be cutting and then folding in half to make pages. Okay, well, can't wait to get started. All right, guys, so I've prepared everything, all fussy cut. I've added some eyelets wherever I wanted. I glued all the tags to cardboard or scrapbook paper, which is thicker, and I just did everything that needed to be done, I guess, with all the embellishments. And of course, there's all the embellishments that are going to be stuck, which are somewhere in this envelope. Yeah, like here. And all this will be glued, we'll decorate later on. And then I did the same with the red one. And I've prepared some signatures. So signatures are pages that are attached together through sewing. I've prepared like a lot of different pages together with the ones that I printed from the digital kit, and I'm really excited to sew them. And here is the blue one, which is going to start like this and then end like this, and this one is going to end like this. I like the fact that it would end with the 25. I think it looks pretty cool. And my idea for the covers was to use some vintage books. So I've removed the pages inside. I've removed the cardboard here because it's too small for my pages. See, my pages are hanging out, so I'm going to have to go ahead and cut this in half so that I can use a little bit more of this here to glue my the back of my book and just make it a little bit wider, as you can see here, just a tiny little bit. So that's the idea. I've never done this before, and I was thinking of adding a nice little picture here, but keep the cover as is with all the gold. I think it would look really, really good. And of course, this would be the blue one, and this one is for the red one. And I have chosen some textiles. Well, I haven't chosen them yet, but I have some textiles that I'm thinking of using for the back. Either this or maybe this one would look nice, I think. I'm gonna start by cutting in half the cover. I really wanted to use this in the book, but I really can't see how that's going to work, so. This is what I'm going to use for this spine, because it's quite bendable. I'll just prepare the cardboard quickly and remove all the hard parts and cut it in half. The next step is to measure the cover. Make sure you have the dimensions that you need for your new spine and then cut it to size. I have decided to cut this spine a little bit shorter than the cover because my textile is quite thick and will make up for the space, and I will have an outer spine as well. Next, you can score the lines for the spine, taking into account how much longer you want your cover to be. And I am also taking the time to write down the lines where I will sew my signatures 0.5 millimeters apart from each other and from the sides of the journals. Next, I am checking and cutting the excess on the other side, and it's done. Now we just need to do it for the other cover. Before I glue the cover on top, I'm going to sew my signatures because it's going to be much easier to handle. And before sewing this here, I don't want it to be orange, so I'm going to put some textile here to hide it. I thought this red textile was better for the inner spine, so I am cutting 2 centimeters wider on each side of the spine and gluing it to the inner cover using textile glue. Now let's glue the 1 centimeter extra we left at the top. This will act as a headband and a tailband in our journal. Once it's done with both inner covers, it's time to sew the signatures. As usual, my little holes for the sewing are 1 centimeter from the top and bottom of the cover and the signatures and in the middle. So I'm just writing it down and then poking the holes in the spine and the signatures, but be careful, the cover is usually a bit bigger than your signature, so you need to take that into account before you make the holes. Once all the holes are poked, grab your bookbinding material, some thick thread and a big needle. You need 3 times the length of your spine for each signature, and I do recommend you prepare each thread in advance. It's easier like this. Make sure your pages are the right way, it's very important. Then start sewing in the middle, either from the inside of the book if you want the thread to show, or the back of the book if you don't want them to show. I like how Christmassy mine looked, so I am going to leave them apparent and start from the middle of the book. Then you go to the top or the bottom, through the hole in the spine and the signature, and then right to the other edge of your book, through the spine and signature, and right back in the middle, exactly where you came from. When you're there, make sure your threads are on either side of the middle thread and make a double knot, and voila! Now you just have to repeat these for all your signatures in all your journals forever and ever. All right, both journals are sewed in, looking great. And now I'm just going to glue the covers right in the middle there with some tacky glue.
And of course, textile glue when needed.
Okay.
Just glue both sides of your inner cover to your hardcover. Make sure you always remove any excess glue because it could stain your paper or textile. I always have a cloth at hand for that.
I did not think about this part, so I'm going to prepare a piece of cardboard that is a bit longer here. I'm going to cover it up with some textile and I'm going to try to glue that somehow.
So now we are going to do the external part of the spine that is going to hide the inner part. First, grab some cardboard, cut it to size, that is the height of your book, times the length that you will need on either side of your spine and the spine. Then you can score the spine. Make sure it fits well and then cover it with paper or textile. For textile, make sure you use textile glue, of course. I initially wanted this textile, but it did not like it as much as the other one, so I changed my mind. This is a reminder that you can always change your mind. Comment down below which one of these textiles is your favorite. So now I am cutting the textile a bit wider so I can fold it over the cardboard and make it look a lot nicer and finished. And yes, I am using my roller to try to make it dry flat. It's not easy, so if you have time, put it all under a lot of books in between baking sheets to make sure it doesn't stay stuck to your books. That's what I use. Then remove the bulk first of the upper sides, and this is where it gets tricky and where I thought I should have finished the cover first and then stuck the inner cover. Because we want the textile to be over the upcycled book cover, but under the inner cover. So I kind of had to juggle and shove it all inside with some stuff. It was really tricky, but I did manage, and the result is quite awesome. But I clearly did not need to struggle this much. I should have just finished the cover first and then either stitched the signatures or glued the inner cover in my hidden cover style, which is what I usually do anyways.
Alright, so this is finished. It's all drying. I'm pretty happy with the result. I'll put something here. Now I'm just going to cut off a little piece of paper to hide this and that one.
First, let's cut off exactly the size we need, and of course I did it all wrong and had to do it twice. Anyways. Then I inked the sides so the white of the paper would not show. This is optional, of course. And I finally glued the paper using a good glue, in this case tacky glue. And usually I use a card to burnish the page down so there are no air bubbles or wrinkles, but as usual I misplaced it. So I'm using anything flat I can find, like a roller. Now let's quickly do the same for the red journal. I really wanted the Santa in the middle of my journal, so I'm trying my best to see through the paper and cut it like that. I want to get started on the decorations. We have no time to waste.
I'm gonna look for something to put here to make it a little bit more Christmassy if I can. Right now, we have a little problem, is the fact that my paper is too small compared to this. So I'm just going to use another paper that is not this side. I'm not gonna be able to use the same one on the other side. Unless we make a pocket here. I'm just going to stick these and make 2 pockets to put here and over here to hide this bit right there. And I'm going to do the same on the blue journal. Alright, so here are our journals. I have glued this paper. I have glued 2 pieces of book pages together and I've put them under heavy books so they're really laying flat, and I'm planning on making the pockets with this and decorate them with whatever we have here. Then we have a lot of stuff to put in this journal. I do need more pockets. So yeah, I have 4 pockets pre-made here, and I have all this of just tags to put, and like not that many pockets to put them in. I do have, if you remember, these and some other stuff that I'm going to be using as well. If you haven't seen this video, make sure you have a look. I'm going to link it. This is it. So we have 4 like this, 2 that can attach probably these together, and then we can attach these to some tags. I'd like to put it somewhere where it's quite high up, you know, so it falls out of the journal. And I'm gonna put this one over there, like this, there. And this, I'm thinking, I'll close this one, and this one will attach this one. I think that would be pretty cool. And then we have this going somewhere like here, where it could look quite nice. I'm liking this so much. So I do need a lot more pockets. I just made this one, which is very simple. You basically just fold a page like this, and the second one, you fold it like this, and then you just glue. So simple. And then I made this one. So this one, you just fold a page like this, then you fold it like this, and then you fold it back like this. So simple, all of them. And right now I'm going to make this one. I'm gonna make it a little bit bigger because I have quite a lot of really big tags. So maybe this big, like this. And then here, just gonna fold it. There, so that's basically the same other one, but just not folding it back. And I want to decorate it a little bit with something nice, maybe this part here. So for that, again, first I'm going to glue this. I'm just gonna cut off the excess right here. There we go. And now to cut off this piece here to decorate, I'm doing this. So I want to have a little, you know, about 2 millimeters off there because I like how it looks. You don't have to do that. So I'm just going to make like this. There, I'll just position it right. And I'm just going to trace it. And remember that this is the exact arriving right there. So I'm just going to cut about 2 millimeters like this. And then in this journal, I have done a lot of inking with braid burlap. I do recommend you use always the same ink so that it's very consistent, unless of course it's part of the whole theme. And this is of course completely optional. It's about your style. Before it finishes the gluing, I'm just going to ink there and now. And there we have a pocket. Now I'm just going to do the one in blue.
Oh, and I have also created the pockets that will be on the inner covers using thicker paper we have created by gluing 2 book pages to each other. I've just cut them to size with the little flaps on the side, and that's it. Done! You have a pocket, and of course I decorated it a little bit, and we'll just glue it where it's needed.
Alright, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 2 envelopes, and then the front and back pockets. I'm just going to glue all these in, and I'm going to use tacky glue just to make sure they glue fast. Now I want these to be well distributed. So these two already, the type of pocket is already right here. So I'm just gonna open up my journal and put them somewhere in the middle. I think here is pretty cool. And maybe oh, how about there? Done. Then we have these. 4. Make one there, one here, one here sounds pretty good, or maybe, and another one here. Then we have these there. And there. And now I'm just going to glue everything. Okay, next.
And I've just noticed I don't have an opening on this side of the envelope, so I will cut one edge now with my scissors.
Once all the pockets are in place, it's time to add our little tags in there and add some decorations from all the fussy cut that we have from the digital kit. So I've been just decorating a little bit, and we can do it a little bit more. I really like this. I think it looks super cool. And there was some writing here on the page, so I just did this. And let's just keep going and decorate all the pages that are pretty plain. So for this one, I have another idea. Napkins. Since this is a lot of writing, I'm just going to use a napkin. I should probably just tear it, but that's okay. Okay, then make sure you remove the other layers of napkin. Sometimes there are 2 layers, most times, well, 3 included the printed one. This one seems to have only two. No, this is important because if you glue only one layer, then the second one is going to remove it, to get removed. And now I'm just going to apply glue and glue this quite simply. If you have a problem with a page that is not flat, you can always put another thing underneath, like a notebook or anything. Okay. And then I usually just use a card to smooth it out. And that's it. We've decorated a page with a napkin. And this is great for all these pages that have a lot of writing on them. And I think I'm just going to add this as well here because it's quite plain, like this.
And now let's continue decorating the rest of the journal. So I've put all my tags at the top and all my little decorations on the side. And I'm just flipping through my journal and just putting there everywhere I think they're fine. And just going through my journal and decorating it like this. I will let you have a watch with a little bit of music.
Okay, still have a few more, so I'm just gonna go around and distribute them everywhere else. Okay guys, so I've just finished working on this junk journal. There's a lot of stuff. It's a lot thicker than anticipated, I guess. There's a lot of stuff in there, including this beautiful jewelry. But I will see you really soon in the next video for a full flip through. Can't wait. Now I'm going to start working on this one. And, well, I guess I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching with me, for supporting this channel. Really helps me out when you like, subscribe, and comment. I always love to read your comments. Now, I can't wait to finish this journal, They will both be up for sale on Etsy. Don't forget to check out all the other collaborators in this collab. They're all amazing. And I will see you in the next video with both flip throughs. Bye!